If you're a charitable organization in Cape Breton and you're trying to make a special day for a local young man, how do you do that when social distancing protocols dictate that you can't do it the way you normally would? Well, the Cape Breton branch of the Make-A-Wish Foundation has found a way, and they got together with the Port Hawkesbury Volunteer Fire Department, Strait Area Transit, and several other local people to help make John Michael Kennedy's wish come true on Saturday morning in Port Hawkesbury. Over the next few minutes, you're going to hear the story told by John Michael's father, John Kennedy, and the Cape Breton District Coordinator for the Make-A-Wish Foundation, Kathy Sutherland. Let's hear them tell the story of John Michael and his journey towards his wish being granted right now.
John Michael is a child with Duchenne's muscular dystrophy. There's 9 members of the disease in muscular dystrophy language, and his is Duchenne's muscular dystrophy. He's a child that was diagnosed with that at 22 months of age. Duchenne's is a crippling disease. It's a muscle-eating and tissue-eating disease that takes the lower abdominal level of a recipient, mostly and always in the Duchenne's family. It's a male. We worked through for 14 years of John Michael's life, and he walked up until that point, which is longer than most children do. So after that, with some issues that arise in John Michael's life, his legs, along with his health, depleted, so his lower limbs became an issue. Somewhere around that point in life, a wish was granted to John Michael, and things just didn't work out at the time for him. The wish was to be a travel wish, and we were going to be looking at going to Give Kids the World in Orlando, Florida.
And then COVID hit, so he was planning on doing a shopping in Sydney, having a special day, special attention with volunteers and visiting the stores together and just buying things that he really wanted to have. But COVID had made us pivot and think, what other way can we do this? So we decided, I reached out to Jolene at the Port Hawkesbury Fire Department and said, is there a way that we can do this and be social distancing and involve the community at the same time in safety?
The wishes are usually granted up to recipients till their 18th or 19th birthday. Because John Michael's birthday is very early in the year, due to COVID, there's another positive for Kathy.
John Michael gave a list of things that he would desire as his wish, as if he was shopping in the store and what he would have picked off the shelf. We went online, we ordered as much as we possibly can and did some local shopping as well in Sydney, and then came together today with volunteers, community, and family members.
John Michael is not a public person. John Michael shows shyness. John Michael's characteristics, as I dwelled on, be it Duchenne muscular dystrophy, there's also some autistics in his background. So working around those children as I have as a past Lions member, special needs kids have special needs. And you never know what's going on in their hearts or their head. And I didn't know what was going to go on with John Michael other than I had 3,000 questions asked of me all week. He knows he had done the online shopping spree. He thought that Kathy snuck up here and hid everything at St. Mark's and everything from there was being transported here until he actually saw the actual parade and people presenting. And he was very overwhelmed. And I was, like I said, very, very shocked. It goes to show you the bubbly personality of Kathy and her staff. John Michael smiled, he laughed, he participated way much more than I anticipated he would. So overall, it's been a very, very good warming day for John Michael, us as a family, and the general public.
And John Michael really flourished today. I was excited because I wasn't expecting a whole lot of feelings being shown by him, but he was communicating quite well with us and excited that we were opening up all these gifts. And I just can't wait to hear more of how he builds his Lego and is having fun with his family and watching TV and having that music going that he's picked. Sometimes you're restricted on what you can order, so we did give the $500 Walmart gift card for them to still go and do family shopping together, not with a community involvement.
I, as a dad, know what it's like to live hands-on 24/7 of this child. It's not an easy job, but I don't see it as a hard task. It's dedication, and this is what today shows. I'm going to only thank the Port Hawkesbury Fire Department for their facility. Their beautiful trucks. They're going to take as another surprise to John Michael his gifts home in the old fire truck that's no longer utilized here for Port Hawkesbury Fire Service. It's a display item Straight area transit was a complete surprise to me. Colton Bowie, being a TA that was a male TA in the troubling times of Jim Michael, brought aboard. He showed up in the yard, they showed up in the yard, and they transported Jim Michael here this morning. So his overwhelmingness instantly started in his own yard and then proceeded here.
Everybody was amazing when I reached out. They all wanted to help. His TAs at school, his principal, the RCMP. When I called David, it was like, yes, we will be there. The fire department was whatever you want. Even Mayor Brenda. It was awesome when I made the phone call to her too and the email. And it was just nice to see the community. And honestly, I was very emotional today. And I think it's because we haven't been gathering. So it was really nice to gather in safety with the COVID rules and just make sure that we all had a great time. So it was really emotional today for us.
COVID, everybody sees it as a negative. For me, it was a positive. That being, it was very hard with these children to travel. It would have meant air flight. Everything would have had to been bang on, well-timed, et cetera, et cetera. It's just 3,000 miles of misery unless, everything went well.
Just being part of giving joy to John Michael. He's had a rough road and working with the family with that. And just watching the community come together for things. That is so huge. We would never be able to grant wishes without our community. We have done 7 wishes since October. And they've all been pivoted and changed and moved around to suit the COVID regulations. And today seemed to be a little bit more of people engaging with each other. So that's the biggest takeaway, is that we know our community is there for us when we're in need for anything. So it's amazing.
Kathy was out in the pouring rain that we were all complaining about last week and during the Easter week. Easter Day, she's going around. And this goes to show the public the special heart in her, herself personally, and her team. She was going around putting Easter eggs and hiding them for the other special needs kids in her local facility of Sydney. And, it takes gifted people to put on days like this.
We had 117 yards that 4 bunnies in Sydney we dressed up. It was a fundraiser. People paid $25 for 25 eggs or $45 for 50 eggs. And we went and visited in the torrential rain. But you know what? Our Wish Kids have worse things in life than us being in wet bunny suits. It was amazing going to those doors. So last weekend was great too. We would knock on the door and the kids would either watch from the window or the same thing. They would come out in their masks and their jackets and rain boots and just they were so excited when they saw the Easter bunny. So that was another really fun day for us.
Let's just everybody ride us all through and enjoy the fact that there is support for somebody, no matter what your means or needs are out there, and there's always somebody willing to do good for you.